I've taught 8th and ninth grade algebra for the past 7 years, and the one piece of foundational math that seems to prevent students from succeeding is the ability to add, subtract, multiply, and divide positive and negative numbers without errors. I've created a game that I believe will be exciting for students to play, and a great way to help them strengthen these math skills.
My game takes place on a battlefield where each player has an artillery battery alongside his or her headquarters. The game is designed as a turn-based game. Player 1 would receive coordinates for the opponent's headquarters in the form of 2 numbers. The player would be required to add, subtract, multiply, or divide the numbers. A correct solution would shell their opponent's base, and an incorrect solution would miss.
Each correct solution would provide them with the opportunity to upgrade damage for a specific operation, like addition or repair the headquarters. However, the longer they waited to upgrade, the more powerful the upgrade would be.
They could choose to only upgrade one operation like subtraction to provide a strong attack when subtraction problems showed up, but this would soon yield the other operations ineffective. Ultimately, the student would have to choose if they wanted a constant strength throughout or occasional shots of very high damage. The game would also have the option to be played as a real-time strategy game. In this option, new problems would appear immediately after correct solution, but for incorrect solutions, players would have a 5-second recalibration delay. Any upgrades and repairs would take time away from solving math and give the other player a chance to attack more. This option would only be available with 2 computers.
I believe this concept would be very motivational for students to play because players are rewarded for solving problems correctly. Their reward is in the form of upgrades, which gives the player a deeper level of control in the game. Players are also required to use strategy and problem solving to determine the best time and math operation to upgrade, and when to spend upgrade points on repairs.
The program will collect data for correct and incorrect problems for each student and report it to the teacher when the game is finished. The teacher will then be able to review what math operations each student is having the most difficulty with.
While I wait for this game to be developed, I can still have students play a modded version of it using playing cards.
The 4 kings would be set aside and each suit would represent a math operation. For example, the king of hearts would be addition, king of diamonds subtraction, and so on. Each player would turn up 2 cards from the deck. Then a king would be turned up to determine the math operation. Black cards are positive and red are negative. Whoever has the highest total gets to keep their cards and their opponent's cards. If they give the wrong solution, the other players get to keep their cards. After all the cards on the deck have been turned up, the players count the cards to see who the winner was.
This modified low-tech version of Battlefield Math was done with an 8th grade student and he really enjoyed it. So until Battlefield Math is fully developed, I'll use the low-tech version of the game.